Put your phone away.
Hello.
No.
Hi, everyone. What's going on?
So I had to shut my computer down because the keyboard wasn't working. And I had to adjust things with the mic. So we'll see.
Michael, check. Sure.
You okay?
No, I told you heat stroke.
No.
So OSB is $22 a sheet, and T111
This is not what the stream's about.
So $40. How many sheets?
2.5.
So you need 5 sheets. So that's $200 versus $100. Really is. It's like $80 savings. Seems silly. T111, so nice one.
Okay. So get T111.
T111.
Sure.
Sure.
Petroman, Sandy Farrell, welcome. We have some things to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, there's more people here. Oh, Charlie, don't knock out my window. Oh, stop it.
And then jibber jabber about jibber jabber.
I have to wait for more people to come in.
Yeah, no.
So I can talk about my adventures. But yeah. So Sunday was my mother's birthday. I wanted to take her to Hadley General because their burgers are amazing. But they were closed for some reason. So we went and got Chinese food instead. And then, yep. I'm trying to decide what I want to do for my room. I don't know if I want to set up the 60-gallon here or move it downstairs to outside the fish room. So our fish room is like a rectangle with like a corner notched out of it, whatever. And then when you walk out, it's the laundry room, and then beyond that is just storage for, it's like just a bunch of totes for Christmas and Easter and whatever. So the laundry room, like there's a shelving unit for there's a ton of aquarium supplies, which I thought we could go through and like get rid of a bunch of stuff, but like when I went through, it's all stuff that it's just like air pumps and stuff, and like all of it's good. And then it's like our washer dryer, a little like dance floor area, and then there's 2 fish tanks, which one's empty, I think, and then the other one has longfin green dragons. And I thought about moving the 60-gallon downstairs and putting it there, and then like there's shelves on it, and there's like a cabinet, so you could use it for storage as well. But then the longfin green dragons have a bigger tank, and then this tank is out of my room, and it's still in use.
Then you can put worms. Isopods, really.
You know,
and springtails.
I'm not bringing springtails in my room. Maybe isopods though. But then I can move my gun cabinet over to that wall and then do a little rack here. But a short rack so it doesn't cover my window. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see? I have heat stroke today, don't listen to me.
He really doesn't. He hasn't even been outside.
Shut up.
QC Aquaholic, welcome. I just got the notification you posted a video. I didn't click on it because I couldn't figure out. I was setting up the stream. But I don't know if you just posted it or I just got the notification. You're no help.
I'm no help. That's my goal in life.
Okay. But, yeah. So I don't know if I want to move the 60-gallon downstairs and then have the fish moved into it. Maybe have some, like, top dwellers that I could breed. Maybe rice fish or something. And then, instead of having 2 wire racks and 2 tanks, we would just have one long tank with, like, storage. And then this tank wouldn't be here. I can move the cabinet to that wall so it doesn't look weird and block my entire window. I could put a little isopod rack there or something. Which would mean I could have more isopods and more room in the basement.
Right.
Although,
I feel like that's what I said.
no. Although my expansions might require me getting a taller rack for my room. Well, I don't want to do worms in my room. I don't really want to do isopods up here either. But my business is growing. Somebody messaged me yesterday and they're like a wholesaler of springtails. And they have like huge cultures, like they have a huge culture of springtails that they wholesale out, but their culture crashed, so they were looking for 100,000 springtails. And when they said that, I was like, "Did you actually mean 100,000?" They're like, "Yeah, 100,000." I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then there was somebody else looking for 100 shrimp. I was like, "I don't have that either." I have a lot of yellow shrimp, but I sold them all in pre-orders to Massachusetts. I have 22. 16 in one pre-order and 6 in the other. So I have 22 shrimp going out, and that would leave me with a small group left.
Come we get in touch with Gardner Gate. Jenna P. Patty's Petite Tanks.
Patty's Petite Tanks. Jenna P., welcome. 2 went home last week, 2 going home this weekend. How are you supposed to count out 100,000 springtails? I'm not sure.
Just scoop and go. Be a good guesser.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, there's a couple hundred in each culture, so they would need like 1,000 cultures. Maybe 500. You could probably get away with 500 with 200 in each. I can do that, no problem. Yeah. The funny thing is I had like, well, I never advertised that I had springtails, and I didn't realize that like springtails weren't on my stock list. I was advertising a lot of isopods, but springtails weren't on my stock list, so nobody knew I had them available. And then I posted pictures of cultures that I shipped out, and then I put them on my stock list. I sold 13 cultures, have to go out next week so far, and then whatever I've shipped out already. So I actually, making these cultures, I scooped out my entire culture, so I don't have a ton left. And there's another person who wants 10 cultures, and then there's this dude.
Fish Fam Link.
Fish Fam Link, welcome.
He's stressed to keep them.
You're self-diagnosing yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Velez.
Daniel Velez, welcome. Yeah, I can just count groups of 100 1,000 times. See, like,
I think more than 10 because they're so all over the place. Would be a pain in the butt.
well, usually there were so many of them in that culture. So I didn't even have to count it. Just do a big old scoop and put it in the cup. But I ran out of charcoal too. I ended up, I thought I could, like what? Like
What?
nobody even said anything.
You said you put it in the cup. I said
You-
put it in the blender and mix it in the cup. Went over to the girl. Baby, what's up? Sorry, I cracked myself up.
Oh my god.
Heat stroke.
Yes, you can use them as a fish food, QC. I had somebody order 8 cultures because they need them for fish food. But last Saturday, I think it was, I thought I was shipping out a bunch of cultures on Monday, but I couldn't because of like everybody's weather was terrible. It was so hot for them last week, but this coming Monday, it's great for most people. So instead of shipping out last Monday, I only shipped out 2 packages. I'm shipping out close to 17. Maybe, well, there's more coming in. So maybe it's going to be close to 20 packages this Sunday. And I actually, last week, when I thought I was shipping out these cultures, I ran out of charcoal. I had this big bag. I don't know. It was like a 20-pound bag of charcoal or something. And I ran out of charcoal, so then we had to go get more. And I got the pellets this time because it was easy. And then, what? Why are you just laughing?
Because I can't help myself. Because I, like, what day is it? Mike B, Fish Lady.
3G, welcome. Freaky Fish Lady, welcome. But yeah, a lot of people, well, it's kind of like half and half, the people that order springtails from me. Like half order them for fish, and then the other half order them for like either just springtail cultures or like bioactive setups. Or to put in with their isopods. But yeah. And then I have the Daphnia magna. I was like, I had 1,000 of them. And I had to ship out, not last week, but the week before, I had to ship out a ton. So I really didn't have a lot in the tank. And they reproduce. You could get like, you can have a couple hundred and you could have up to 4,000 a week later. So right now the culture is like packed full. And I'm actually getting, I think I'm getting more sometime this week. Because I wanted to set up another culture anyway, so I'm getting 1,000 more. And I have probably 2,000 or 3,000 in the tank that they're in. And then I have Moinia. I don't know if that's how you say it. That's how I say it. It's pretty hard to find. But I managed to get some. I think I got 300. And there's 2 people interested in that, and then I'm working on setting up a Darrow worm culture, which there's 2 or 3 people interested in that. And then I have I'm setting up a scud culture. I have 600 coming. And then I have some rice fish eggs coming probably tomorrow of different colors.
Did you get stuff from Brooklyn?
That's shipping next week. And, but yeah, so I'm setting up a bunch of new cultures since the cultures I have been selling like crazy. And I've actually been wholesaling to a lot of stores. And those stores that have wholesaled for me, they're almost out of cultures, so they're going to want more.
Coral works.
That's not the way the fish, like, you could have envisioned the fish room going. We set it up and we didn't have live foods at the time we set up the fish room. So it was set up, like, the whole thing was just fish. And then I started putting the cultures on like, we had this triple 10-gallon rack. So I started putting live food cultures on like the sides of those. And I actually started off keeping them in my room. And then I moved to another fish tank stand. And then when that fish tank came down, that's when I took my rack that was in my room. I put it down there, and that's when the live foods went up.
Terry's Tropical Tanks.
Coral Works, Terry's Tropical Tanks, welcome.
3G's got scuds for days.
Oh, yeah. Talking about isopods.
Need scuds. Maybe you can work a deal with 3G.
I have 600 coming though.
Oh.
So I got this thing printed yesterday. It's an isopod feeding dish with a little ramp. So you put the food in here, and then they can easily walk up into it. Yeah. I wish I had a 3D printer. Maybe I'll get one.
I'll get two.
Don't you break it. But yeah. So these are super cool.
Jimmy, Cocoa Pop. Jimmy, Pop.
Jimmy P, welcome. So yeah. I have a bunch of isopods, so I'll probably get some different sizes made.
We'll get a 3D printer. Make your own.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Then you have to find room for that too.
For my business, though, so I'll just do that in my room. I'll do that right in this corner here. Do they make a lot of noise?
They're not bad. Well, good ones not bad.
Then I'll just, set one up in the corner and let it print away.
Okay.
Yep.
Put it in the reloading room.
That's a great idea, actually.
Jeez.
That's a perfect spot for one.
Close.
It's close.
Just,
we don't even use the reloading room, so that's a whole
ideas.
worm room just going to waste. It even has a rack and a workbench. It's got an RODI system. Can you stop interrupting?
No.
And it's got a furnace for heat.
You just have bad ideas. It's not your fault.
No, you have bad ideas. Yeah. All right, there's one in Lake George, $200.
What is it? A used 3D printer?
Look at all that filament it comes with. And there's white and blue and black, and there's purple and blue and red and green. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
There you go.
That's perfect. Thank you. There's an even nicer one in Lake Luzerne.
I don't have to drive, go, lift, or...
You always say that, like you even come on trips with us to do things like that. So.
Try to avoid them.
Okay. We don't ask you to come. Yeah. And then last Thursday, I got a lockbox.
For the Clash.
For the Massachusetts swap, actually.
For the Clash stash.
Well, okay. So I'm trying to figure out, I think, countdown till August 12th. The swap is 17 days away. So pretty much 2 weeks. So like I know I have to do the orders this Sunday. I think most of them are done. I have a pickup order on Friday. But I have to start doing the cultures for Massachusetts, like, let's see, Wednesday. We're going to be gone for camp. But I'll have to definitely start on them, like, soon.
Soon.
I have to figure out what fits in the car, though. Anyways, I did a concession stand for school, and they like, had a little envelope in the back, because she, like, went to the bank for, like, their startup money. And she put a little sticky note on, like, the top up here and said, like, what they had for startup. It was $200 that they put in for the startup, like, in ones, fives, tens, and 20s. And then quarters, too. So I'm thinking maybe that's what I need for the Massachusetts swap. For the Clash, though, I should probably need about that, too. Because if I make money, then I can use that money for change. But I don't want to run out.
Like you're at.
So most of the.
If I make money
Whatever.
for your Clash stash.
But I think most of the things I'm going to need are just ones and fives. I don't even think I'm going to need a lot of ones. It's mostly fives because, like, all the starter cultures are $5. If they're not $5, they're $10. The Daphne accounts come in counts of 10 and 15, like increments. The mature cultures are either 10 or 15. Maybe some are 20. No, I think they're 10 and 15. If I discount any of the cultures, though, it'd be $8. And then I think most of the fish that I'm bringing are in, like, the $5 increments. The Corys are 15. The peppermints are 40. The small plecos are 5. The rice fish are 5. So yeah, it should mostly be 5s, and then some 1s. I don't think I'll need any 10s or 20s, but of course I'll get them. And then quarters, I shouldn't need any, but gotta be prepared. But we have quarters, so I don't have to get those from the bank. So I have to figure out what I need for change. I'll have to get that within, like, the next week or so. So then I have a week before. And then, but yeah, so this is the lockbox I got. We have a little, like, it's not really a lockbox. It doesn't lock. What we've been using for, like, garage sales and swaps and stuff. It's just this metal box, and you, like, just put the cash in there and keep it in order. But yeah. So now I can have my 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s all in little organizers or little different pockets. But yeah, I'll have to figure out what I have to get from the bank.
Litter it with fish fam stickers.
I could. Or I can keep it pristine. Okay.
You gonna put it in my jar?
No?
No.
So
We're gonna
I have to figure out what change I need from the bank. And I'll have to get that within the next week and a half or so. And then maybe tonight I'll have to see what fits in my mother's car for Massachusetts so I can figure out what cultures have to be made up because I have to make those within the next couple days. And then I have to check my live food presentation and make sure that I don't have to replace anything on there, which I shouldn't. Maybe I'll add a few things. I don't know. But yeah. And then I'll start making the cultures for Massachusetts. I have 4 pre-orders that one of them's like almost $200. So I think in total in pre-orders I have like $350. So I've already profited. Because the gas there, I think we said it was $50 for gas. And for the talk that I'm doing on Live Foods, they're giving me $75. So I already profit $25 from that. And then they're also giving as many tables as I need. And then for lunch, there's like an event down the street. And the dude pre-ordered like a lot from me. And he offered to bring meals for our whole family. To bring like to-go boxes of food that they have there. He asked how many of us there were.
5.
And you're just big, okay. But we're having breakfast in Rhode Island, and then on our way back we're having chicken anyways, so we don't really need a lot of food. It's a 5-hour event though. So we'll have food before and food after and then food during. I think we're fine. We'll have to leave around 5 a.m. though.
Sounds great. Nathan?
You act like you don't do that for work.
That doesn't sound great.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't being sarcastic this time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan, welcome. So yeah. I'll have to see what I'm bringing. See what fits in the car. I have quite a few orders I have to figure out, I guess. Because there's this one guy that orders from me like every month. Then he was ordering like every week and every other week. And then he moved. And now he's getting back into ordering. But the weather's pretty hot. So he's getting back into getting his overnight shipments every few weeks. But he's actually going to drive up here sometime to pick up fish. Whenever he gets his 40 breeder set up. He just had a loss in his family though. So he doesn't have the tank set up. Which is fine. But he's a CDL driver. So 4 hours from the city is nothing to him. Those were his words. So yeah, he'll be coming up sometime. And I don't know. For the Massachusetts swap, I've been envisioning this. Like, so when we're all done and we're ready to leave, or maybe not when we're ready to leave, but when we're in the car and we're all done, I'm going to put all my cash into a manila envelope, and then I can be happy again. Then, for the Clash, I think it might be more than $200 for, like, a startup cost for, like, I want to have enough change. I think it'll be a lot of 5s and stuff. So, like, if people are giving me 10s and I'm giving them 5s, I don't know that I'll have... What if I run out of change? I can't do that in Pennsylvania. So...
Why, they don't have banks there?
They don't have my bank there.
You don't need to have your bank. You just go to a bank.
Then they'll charge you fees. I could probably just swap with somebody.
No, they don't. Actually. You just go into the bank and say, I need to change these 20s into 5s.
Oh.
Okay. Nona?
Well, we're not going to have time for that. Well, not all of us. But, like, somebody could run out and do that. Anyways. So, it'll probably be, like, $200 or more. For, like, the startup change. But after every day, I'm going to take, like, the rest of the money out. Like, whatever we made, I'm going to take it out and then leave the $200 in there. But I have, like, a little envelope in the back with the other money, probably. Or just leave it in the hotel room or something. I don't know. So I still have that $200 in there. But then whatever we made. So, like, you could have a little envelope for day 1, day 2, day 3. And then you'll have the notebooks. So then whatever she made, whatever I made, we could split it out when we get back to the hotel room. Like, after day 1, we leave $200 in there, whatever we had originally. And then we split our profits or whatever. Not evenly, but whatever we each made. And then get ready for the next thing. I think the big thing will be I'll have to bring some fish flakes with me, and then when we're done bending, I'll have to like feed all the worms, which might take a while because I plan on bringing like 50 cultures of grindle worms.
I can probably watch.
I know. You wouldn't even help me the other day. I was like, "Can you help me feed these cultures?" You were like, "What? That's a lot of work." Wouldn't even help me. Wouldn't even help me.
That wasn't part of my job.
You should never say that.
I helped you package up orders.
I don't even do that. I did them all by myself last week.
There was 2. Shawty.
You didn't know how many there were, though.
Steven, thing.
I said there was like 10 orders, but I didn't know what was going out. And you said, okay. And then you sat on the couch and probably ate marshmallows.
Probably.
Stephen P. Scannynona. Hello. But people are asking me like what I'm bringing to the Clash already. So after the Clash, we really have to see what we have left for fish and, well, worms are infinite. Let's see what we have left for fish because there's this Baldwinsville swap that we might be able to go to because it's out of the camp season. Yeah. It's not in the camp season, it's after camp. So we might be able to make it. If we have time and if we have stock left over. But there's actually a lot of events that go on at the end of the year. There's like the Capital District Reptile Expo. Going on September 17th. So I think that's the Sunday. We don't leave Wednesday, right? We leave Thursday morning. And that's on Sunday, so that's 4 days before the Clash. So we can't go to that one.
Woohoo.
He didn't even hear a single thing I said.
Clash is less than 2 months.
Exactly 1 month to my beta talk.
That is far too long.
1 month till my beta talk, though.
I need more time in the year, but I can't.
1 month from today, though.
That client.
1 month from today. 1 month.
You said that.
Yeah, and you just don't listen.
So you still don't care.
Then I won't go.
No, you should. It'll be educational.
No.
You'll learn something.
Nobody even wants me there.
Mm-hmm.
How does this lock?
Okay. There you go. Magic. It's like a door.
Oh, yeah. That's almost the way to do it. Now it's locked, but the key doesn't come out. No, don't take it.
Okay.
I don't want it broken.
Peplin.
Peplin, welcome.
She's amused and confused.
Okay. It's not going down on this side.
Because this is what you should be doing.
What should I be doing then? The cat hit it off the stove when I got it.
I'll twist it into place. There it goes down.
I also got notebooks at this. There's like this garage sale thing last week. It wasn't, well, it was a garage sale, but it was all new stuff. I don't know what the lady was doing. She got like deals on
that's-
stuff that got from like Walmart or something. And I guess they are in a clearance sale. I don't know. And most of the stuff was like $1 or $2. So I got like notebooks, and my sister and my mother got some clothes. Also, yesterday, I ordered a bunch of bubble mailers, and yeah, quite a few different sizes of bubble mailers from this site online. I got like 12-inch by 16-inch bubble mailers, like 7x9, 4x7, and then I got 100 6-inch by 9-inch. They're like the plastic ones, and then I got the 12-inch by 16-inch for the plastic ones too. The 12-inch by 16-inch are for leaves since they're like this big, and then the 6-inch by 9-inch plastic ones I could ship the dishes in, and then the 7x9 and the 4x7 or 4x8 and 7x9 bubble mailers are for like starter cultures of worms. If I can ship them in there. Since usually I just use a small box, but it'd be cool to use a bubble mailer once the weather's better. And then when we stop shipping fish, like when it's too cold to ship fish, we usually ship live foods longer than that. But then I don't use the bubble mailers or the small flat rates. I just use 7x7x6, even if it's just for one starter culture. Usually it's only $7 to $10 to ship 7x7x6 box to pretty much any state. Some states that are further away, or if it's heavier, it'll be like $13, but it's never been more than that. So yeah, in the winter months, I use like the bigger boxes. I don't use like the small flat rates or the bubble mailers, since I can put more insulation in the bigger boxes. And then usually they all make it. I didn't really have a lot of deal. I could pretty much ship throughout the whole winter. Well, not the whole winter, but I started shipping pretty early this year. Hopefully I can ship till later this year and then early next year. Because if not, then the orders might stack up. Well, our Get Gills gets shut down during the winter. And our eBay probably will too, but like our Facebook that are like Get Gills and eBay are like you just place the orders and it's done. But with Facebook or Band, you have to actually like ask about the order and then like put it together and then pay through like PayPal. Same with Aquabid. So I'll still have that open. And then whenever the weather's good, I can ship things. But yeah. So that's exciting. And I'm excited for the Clash too. I'm excited for this Massachusetts swap, but I don't think a lot of people are gonna go to my talk, so that'll be good. Because I don't really want to talk in front of a lot of people.
No, there you go.
But I'm not. There's 10 vendors.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's enough people there. But like I said,
Where?
Sort of free, Massachusetts.
Oh.
It's sort of free to go. They're gonna pay basically for fuel
$25 extra.
and the free table. So.
And then food. So really the only thing that's getting paid for is the extra stuff that you guys wanted to do.
Like eat.
We're gonna have breakfast when we stop for gas at Stewart's. Any trip that we went on, we went to Stewart's first to get gas, and then we've gotten donuts and breakfast sandwiches.
You local Austin.
For breakfast, and then there's the swap is in a restaurant in Massachusetts, and then So there's a free meal there, and then there's also a church convention down the street where the dude's bringing us 4 free meals. So yeah. So right now, I bought these like envelopes. I don't even know why I bought them, but I just put all my pre-orders in here. So then like I'll leave them in there, and then when we go to the swap, I'll have these like separate. So then, because I don't know any of these people that are picking things up, so then if they just say like they're so and so, then I can like, if they say like they pre-ordered and what their name is, then I can go and find their order or whatever they got, and then give them the little card that I made.
Because she gets like that before the talk. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then she does it. And it turns out great.
That's not what he said about the last one. You did an okay job. That's because he was jealous. Because everybody was telling how good of a job I did. And then the swap that we did 2 weeks later, people were still talking about it. And then you were like, don't get full of yourself or whatever. Like, there's some lady that texted me today. She pre-ordered for this Massachusetts swap. She goes, I'm so impressed that you're 14 years old, and I'm so proud of you. And if nobody else tells you, like, I'm proud of you, and that you're like, that you have a business going already. My father was like,
Tell her not to say that because your head will get too big.
yeah. I think my head's not going to get any bigger.
They say you.
Because I have your genes.
Yeah, no, you did great on the spot. At the talk. And this one will be just as great. And the next one will be
The Clash. Oh, are you talking about our next swaps?
no. You got the one in Massachusetts and you got the Danbury one.
Yeah. Well, our next events, it's August 12th, we're in Massachusetts. And then August 26th, I'll be in Carmel, New York doing a beta talk. I still can't decide if I'm going to do it. It's not that I'm scared to do that one. It's that, like, I don't know a lot about, like, betas. And then we'll have the Clash September. What we're leaving? I think we're leaving the 21st, but the actual event is like the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Yep.
2 months away. And they still need sponsors, people. Get on that.
And then maybe Zoomed will sponsor them and pitch in a bucket of spirulina flakes. I have the 5-gallon bucket of spirulina flakes from the Clash last year, and I have this canister and I filled it on Monday because it was empty, like absolutely empty. I filled it to the top, and yesterday I emptied it again. So that was one day, and I went through $11 worth of flakes. $11 worth of flakes. And that's not even with me expanding cultures or anything to fit the wholesale and the retail needs. Because I do get a lot of orders, even if it's not like a big quantity of orders. It's like I had one order going out last week. I think it was like 10 cultures or something. So even if I don't get a lot of orders, like the orders are pretty big. Some of them are like one thing, which is fine. And one item orders are pretty nice because all I gotta do, one little box and pop the item in. But because with multiple cultures, then you gotta dig through for all the care guides and stuff. I have this little what are they, accordion folders, and then you gotta shuffle through them to find the care guide and the sticker and stuff. So we went to, what was it, Bob Palmer's house, and he's got the they're like what they have at the doctor's little magazine racks. That would be cool to put the care guides in if I can mount it on the wall and then you can just like pull them out whenever you need them.
That would be handy. I hate looking for them.
I don't like looking for them either, but that's what I have.
And it works. Sounds like you need more fish food. We need more fish food.
I do. Whoever, if they actually have a bucket this year, if somebody other than me wins it, I'd probably bribe them. Like, I know what that bucket is worth. If I have to go buy one, it's quite a lot. So I'll go and like bribe the person. I'll be like, would you take blah blah blah? Start throwing money at them. Here you go. Here you go.
On trade.
Yeah, I'll give you worms for like the fish flakes that the worms eat.
Speaking of cultures, I lost my worms. Banana and Walter. I didn't really enjoy keeping them or feeding them. But I haven't totally given up on. That said, if and when I try again, I'll definitely order from Nick.
I don't think you take the orders. So there's this dude that we got like reptiles from, or we get like reptile supplies from sometimes, and that's where I got my first culture of springtails from. And I kept it in this little 16-ounce container before I transferred it to a 6-quart bucket. And I need some more springtails, so I wanted to get some from him. And he's actually going to come up tomorrow. And will hopefully come up tomorrow and bring some. And he wanted to see my mother's fish room. So we'll give him a little tour.
Yeah, vinegar eels. I don't know about that. The vinegar eels are easy. Grinda worms. White worms.
Grinda worms are really nice.
Yeah.
They don't smell at all.
They're pretty easy. But smaller fish.
But you do have to feed them. You can feed Grinda worms to almost any fish, though.
Right. But for small babies, you got the vinegar eels and them.
Yeah.
My brother said breeze worm room. Mom's fish room, breeze worm room. Slowly taking over. That was my
Slowly taking it over. I think my mother's got like 2 or 3 tanks left.
well, that's what I said. If we move the tanks that are on top of the rack, you can move your isopods up there. And then that would give you more room for worms.
I need shrimp, though.
You really don't.
I do. You know how big of a seller those were?
Garden of Eater's got those covered.
Even though Garden of Eater has them, they're still a big seller online for me.
Sell more worms.
Or sell shrimp as well. I've been getting a lot of new things recently to try and breed.
Vinegar eels? Yes. They're super easy.
Yep. All you need is like a wine bottle or like a pure leaf bottle or something. You just put an apple in there, some apple cider vinegar, water, and your starter culture. And then to harvest it, at like the bottom of the neck of the bottle, you put polyfill and then dechlorinated water on top, and then the vinegar will swim through and go to the very top, and then that's where you harvest them.
Suck them out with a turkey baster. Or a pipe out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Daphnia cultures are pretty easy as well. You have to have multiple going, though, because they can crash. But I feed mine chlorella, which is a type of green water. And I have Magna and ammonia. Magna exploded. There's so many in there now. But, like, I keep a light on their tank for most of the day. There's some nights where I shut it off. There's some nights where I don't, though.
I don't know. I've seen Keith's totes or buckets outside there.
We didn't do any tubs this year.
Yeah. Thought about it. Never did it.
Because you don't have any fish.
Perfect.
Then what'd you think about?
Doing tubs outside.
Oh, for water?
Culture some water.
Well, it's kind of a hassle because you have to have the airline run to the buckets. So then you have to like, at one point we had this air pump sitting on our, on our,
It's a table
so dumb.
on the porch.
On this table on a porch, and we had the airline run behind the table through like along the ground and like under the door and then down to this kiddie pool. And it was kind of just like, imagine having multiple tubs though.
Nathan, there's no blue light. You don't have blue light on yours.
Do I have blue light?
You don't have your blue light on your, what do you call it? Which is white.
Well, there's blue in there.
There's blue in there, but you don't.
It's not just blue.
But
My father said he'd fix the issue with my safe box. He just broke the other side, that's all. No, you're not getting it this time. He just bent it so then this side goes up and then this side still goes down. But yeah.
it's that ultra secure box.
That's because the cat sat on it and then she scurried away. The day that I got it, too. I had my stuff on the counter and I was like putting things away. I was ready to go put it away. And the cat was on the box and she jumped up to like this little sill that we have, windowsill thing. And it hit the ground, so that's probably where it got damaged. So don't get a cat.
The Keystone Press would like to announce that 5 Aquatics is going.
Huh?
Shit, that thing
Oh.
popped up.
Very nice. I'm excited to vend at the Flash.
I'm excited to be there.
I'm excited to be there. I'm excited to vend. I'm curious to see how it goes. So we can make all the money back.
I was so good I didn't piss off people last year.
Yeah.
It's like a record for me.
You don't annoy anybody.
What? I know a guy just this morning.
I don't believe that. He was understanding. He's old. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's 6:07. So we're gonna end it, and I gotta go see what I have to do for cultures or see what fits in the car or something. But thank you all for watching, and
Definitely gonna figure that
see you
out.
all Sunday. Yeah, because at 17 days, at 2 weeks, I have to have all the cultures made.
So we gotta figure that out.
So thank you all for coming. Oh, sorry. And see you all Sunday.
Later all. Have a good week. Catch you in the streams. Enjoy.
Bye, everyone.